Pangalang days na natin quarantine. So, day off ko rin. Laro-laro muna. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. For Los Angeles, they come in off a win in their last outing against Detroit, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. So,
New York Knicks versus Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball. On PA, it's up. Well, he can.
Yan, kaya naka-apro tayo guys, sinanggal ko yung tali. Naka-braid po yan.
How about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks.
Oy!
Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Davis and
Uy!
Cousins
Sira ulo yun!
in the 5. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Have you seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season?
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel, and it's painful to watch.
Ooh!
You can start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of
like
times,
the Pacers with Oladipo,
yeah,
they were a different team the last quarter of the
It's
season.
a great call, Kevin, but a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out, and a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And when you're talking about Anthony Davis, how do you even put into words what he is able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and right out.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Payton the bounce pass. Morris against LeBron. Morris, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when
Uy,
try
tapon!
to avoid the in one, and this time they're not backing off.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Barrett. And Davis pulls it down.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of.
Uy, zero.
That's really where they're
Ang
trying
galing ko.
to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star.
It's Davis on the wing. Puts it up from 15.
Wala pa rin.
He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. In the corner, Barrett with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
To the inside. And Barrett slams it in.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Peyton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Shoots the 3. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Portis. Knicks trail by 3. And here is Peyton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now the Lakers on the break. And that one drops.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Now, here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. Peyton with the ball. Picked up by Davis. And they double up Peyton. And Portis throws it down.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
To the paint. Back to Davis. Green deciding where to go with it. Lakers passing it around. 5 on the clock. It's taken away by Peyton. And a fast break now for New York. Chalk up 2 there.
Peyton seems to have a knack for getting to the right spot, and this time predicted it.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the City of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Robinson up top. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. That ties it up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. Shot left block. It's good.
Siyempre, mismatch.
Davis got 6 points.
And really, that's a perfect screen and roll play that gets AD to look where he wanted it.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Now here is Smith. He started closer.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And good that time.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Here's Smith, and Davis sends it back. Puts it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
Knicks trail by 6. Smith inside, poked away, and for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it back. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Howard comes in for Davis, and Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for LeBron. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson, and it's Trier in for Barrett. Finish off the break. He's got 10.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting around 46% at this point. Smith, the pass to Gibson. Passes it to Knox. They need this. Excellent D from Howard. Los Angeles leading by 8. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And one of the few sweeping the season series in this matchup.
John Rondo is checked in for... Pass to Cousins. Out to the wing. He can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Robinson. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Green. That's the Laker 5.
This is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much clean that in-between game.
To the middle, here's Davis. The 3. That one doesn't drop. The Knicks go the other way with it. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's Payton. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
I like to see this on a nightly basis happen a few more times. He knows he's got to get better at the mid-range jump shot.
And that one is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Barrett. Back to Payton. On the wing, Morris. James covering. Just 5 on the clock. Morris kicks to Barrett. Over Green. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional, gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Julius Randle picks one up. For Los Angeles, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line. Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. Shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term, and a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years.
Pass to Morris. They double him with LeBron. Morris kicks to Barrett. A No good on the three.
All the time in the world to get that one on.
Down low. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Now Cousins with his height is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball or this is what happens.
Got a piece of it. Passes to Davis. Beyond the arc. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
New York calls timeout. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues that they just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
Here's Los Angeles now. This run now up to 13-2. And it's in there. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers.
Well, he's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Clock at 6. In the corner, Barrett with it. Back to Payton. And the back. Healthy 4 for 6. Lakers leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And Barrett gets it to go.
And well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Dishes to Davis. Robinson with the block. But they recover it. To the inside. Davis. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Payton. Defense is right there from 15 feet away. And the Knicks good for 2.
That's just smart right there from Alfred. Terrific at taking the screen and then use up whatever available space you have.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Greg Alfred Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far so good.
Yeah, a mark.
One second left. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this.
Good stuff, Trey. If I keep that intensity in the second half, we got it. No doubt.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Morris has got the ball here for New York. They trail by 6. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton, and it's Morris at the small forward. Payton can't get it to go.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low. Well, the Sooners didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another one-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise-caliber player.
Payton outside.
So good to see Cousins engaged defensively. Solid at getting his hands up and contesting the shot there.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel jam.
Knicks trail by 10. Payton passes to Robinson. Barrett with the ball. He's against Green. Barrett, no good.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And LeBron throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Payton against Green. Second shot opportunity. Payton, good.
Yeah, Alfred Payton, with his size, he can stay in there and get some of those rebounds. That helps with secondary possession.
To the middle. Unable to get that one. Randall with some nice deep. Knicks trail by 10. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Robinson throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now the feed to Cousins. Trying to get open is Davis. Excellent D that time from Robinson. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Payton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of TD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like when you cover a lot of football where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns. Yeah. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance to make it.
And Robinson comes to help. Davis. Takes that one from the plate. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
James against Morris. Payton outside. Inside. Barrett kicks to Robinson. Payton outside. The 3. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
They've been starting in this league for a long time. That shot has to be more and more consistent. That's a good sign.
Los Angeles calls timeout, and he's flourishing as a scorer. But then, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency, shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range, where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Payton dishes to Morris. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Payton.
Well, Payton can rebound and pass the ball, we know that, and is a good defender, but it's great watching him take over a little bit here offensively and get some confidence there.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Now, this team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Morris outside. An easy 2 points on the layup. Morris has got 8 points.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
And Robinson comes to help. Back to McGee.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 10-point game. The pass to Robinson. Morris, left side. Top of the key, Payton. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass. There's a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Portis brings the double team. Here's Cousins. It's rebounded by New York.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Trier passes to Smith. Here's Knox. Shoots over Kuzma. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how effective he can be.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Howard. He's out there with Kyle Kuzma. Green out there with DeMarcus Cousins. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
It takes a lot more than that to stop DeMarcus Cousins. He is a huge presence, and he answers every defensive challenge they pose.
Trier from long range. Green with the rebound. Green's got his fifth rebound in this one. Kicks to Howard. Outside, Green. Lakers passing it around. Fires the three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Pass to Knox. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. That one good for two. Knox has got 5 points now this quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Bulls from the top of the key. Rebound the Lakers. Cousins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. To the paint, here's Howard. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Smith on the wing. Releases. No good with the wing jumper.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. The shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Howard, good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And new group in for the Knicks. Julius Randle's checked in for Portis. Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's checked in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Dennis Smith. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
6 to shoot. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Payton. And that's now 10 points for Marcus Morris.
Payton's very good at getting the ball to his guys, and he makes a good decision there.
Left side, Davis. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Barrett, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy who you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Here's Robinson, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on LeBron James.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in the half court this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who was a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his games.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick back in 2012, a perennial all-star, 6 of his 7 seasons in New Orleans with the Pelicans, where he averaged over 20 points per game. He is a superstar and one of the more rare birds in the league at his position to be able to do what he does.
Now here's Peyton. He's covered closely. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
And Brett, you look at the different ways that Davis can affect the game. What stands out to you most?
Well, really his skill level. There's a lot of talk about how much he's grown as a shooter and playing in the half court. But since he's come into the league, Kevin, the skill that I admire most about AD is what he does in transition. For him to get out on the break, run and be a target, and catch the ball at any position on the floor and know what to do with it, that's an amazing thing for a guy his size.
Here's Robinson, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Hey guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Los Angeles leading by 15. A 3-ball. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Knicks take it the other way. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. And again, no good by the Lakers. Knicks trail by 15. Now Peyton. And the rejection by LeBron.
Wow. LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
No problem knocking that one down. He has 31.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Here's Peyton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
LeBron James, here's the report, Kevin, still athletic.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for New York.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Peyton. Not a lot of room. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Davis. They shoot again. He takes it up and lays it in. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder. Size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
Down low, here's Robinson. That shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. From past the arc. They get it again. Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you can see that AD was trying to bait the defense into jumping first. He wisely gets the contact and marches himself straight to the foul.
So, Brett, how candid can players be in their answers about what is wrong? what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you
Express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Payton. The teardrop falls in. Payton's got 10 points in just the second half.
A soft touch from Alfred Payton. A little tricky there, the floater.
Here's LeBron. Another shot. And Davis can't get it to go.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Knicks trail by 20. Payton looking around. Knocked away. And stolen by Cousins. Here's the three. Good on the triple. He's got 34.
Just Shakespeare there. A smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Takes a three, and another three for the Lakers.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
A floater, and Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance. And it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Second chance shot, and the layup good by Cousins.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And Cousins comes over to help. Back to Payton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Alfred Payton still has that size at the point guard, which can be difficult for a
9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Trier. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie.
Hey, Shaq here. Another game, another double-double. If you had to choose, which is the greater value to this team, your passing or your scoring?
I don't know, Shaq, man. I have to say my passing and my scoring. I mean, they go to...
And that's going to do it for this
Check. So like an old college teammate of mine, he's in the crowd tonight, but I told him to come to the locker room to talk to you in a couple of guys tonight. I'll introduce you.
Player of the week time. Oh yeah, who you got, Hank? I'm sorry, but I don't know how it could be anyone other than Jay. My main man. You talk about a kid who gives it everything he's got on every single possession.
While in his hometown of Chicago for All-Star Weekend, NBA 2K20 cover athlete Anthony Davis helped unveil the latest 2K Foundations project. 2K Foundations, Xbox, and Waffles teamed up to renovate the Lewis L. Valentine Boys and Girls Club with a refurbished court and a new game room for the Chicago community. We caught up with AD after the ceremony. 2K TV here with Anthony Davis. In your intro press conference to the Lakers, you said that you hopped right on 2K when you signed, and or you got traded, and you threw a virtual lob from LeBron to yourself. I want to know, how many times do you think that happened in real life this season?
Oh, I just saw a stat the other day that like 130 or something like that, and it's more assists than he had to anybody in his career. So, you know, we try to exploit that pick and roll game a lot. You know, that two-man game. So the lob by itself probably, let's say 50 times, 60 times. So it's great. It's been great.
So we have a 2K TV challenge this year, and someone has to pick a player and play all-time Anthony Davis on blacktop. So if you had to play your all-time self on blacktop, which player would you choose?
I would say probably a guard. I'm not sure who, but if you pick a guard, they kind of have me a little slow on 2K.
That's what I'm going with.
Kenny. I don't think he'll catch it.
You know, and so my movement, my quickness is not really as it should be. So I pick a guard because you probably can, you know, beat me off the dribble. Because if it's a big, it's not going to happen.
The next question that I was going to ask you is, like, how's your game different in real life versus on the game? But you think your player in the game is a little bit slow.
You got to speed it up a little bit. You know, I don't think I'm that slow. You know, a lot of people come to me and say, AD, man, you killing me on defense. And I look like, I'm killing you on defense? I'm like one of the best.
This is Hack and Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, boy.
Ready? Yeah.
Tickets are still available for the next game, so purchase your ticket today. Visit the ticket counter for available games or sign up for Mavericks season tickets today.
Just a reminder, folks, to make certain to be here for figure eight giveaway. Come to the game and get a figure eight of your favorite
every day. I hope to see you out
A look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after arriving at the arena. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Cousins.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. Now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. Doris, what are you going to be watching about these two teams who seem to be strong up front?
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skills to the game. And it's really hard to win this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4.